Hey guys, Sam here, and welcome to the last episode of Season 3 for our Leeds United Career Mode series, guys, and what is an extremely frustrating episode for me to be giving you guys today here. Some really unfortunate news, and it has to happen on the last episode of this season, and it's the fact that 6 of our 10 games here today, the footage for them is corrupt, and I was unable to retrieve any of it. And unfortunately for you guys, the first 4 games were incredibly boring games because I had previously been playing squad battles, and the adjustment is just really difficult to make from squad battles to career mode. And what ended up happening was these first 4 games were really difficult to get any sort of attack going. And honestly guys, to end Season 3 like this, for me personally, it's gutting. It's almost, I almost don't want to put this video out, but I didn't want to replay those games, and also I can't replay those games as well because I did a little bit more than just this season. I have started plans for the next season already, so I kind of couldn't go back and play these games. And if I did, I'd have to play all 10 of them. I couldn't even play just the 6 games that had the corrupt files. So really annoying, really upset at the Elgato software for that, but also probably my fault as well because I was running out of space on my hard drive, which I'm assuming is what affected the files in the first place. So really disappointed with myself first and foremost, guys, and I do want to apologize to you. Because this is the last episode of the 3rd season here, and potentially our last episode here at Leeds. More on that at the end of today's video, guys. I'll be announcing where it is I will be next season, but really annoying. And the first 2 games ended 0-0 against Watford and Liverpool, but in this 3rd game against Newcastle, luckily we were able to get our first goal of today's episode, and we started coming into our own. It is a really scrappy goal at the end of the day, but the play to make the opportunity I thought was world class, and fair play from Danny Ings there to convert that and make it 1-0. But Newcastle were always going to be a difficult side, and that is just a fantastic through ball to Iosi Perez. The through ball was timed perfectly. If you go back and watch it, I actually tried to catch him on offside with the last defender, and I timed it perfectly for Iosi Perez. I stepped up at the perfect time for him to be onside with a bunch of space, and he doesn't mess it up. I mean, he nearly messed it up, but you know, he actually, with a sliding shot like that, he really could have easily messed it up. Fair play from him, and good job from Ramsdale to put a bit of pressure on him, but it was always going to be difficult for Ramsdale to save that, and Newcastle bring it back 1-1, and unfortunately it looks like we're heading to another draw here, this time against Newcastle, trying to make something happen in the last 10 or so minutes. It's Coyle who's found himself on the left-hand side, finds Ben Woodburn, it goes to Loftus-Cheek off of Chaplin's head, and Loftus-Cheek pokes it over, and despite a really nice performance, it is a 1-1 draw. And really unfortunate, that was the best performance. The first 2 games, really, the performances, if you go back and look at the stats, were pretty atrocious. That was a really good show-in from the guys. I thought everybody did really well that game. Really unfortunate to not pick up all 3 points, especially at home, as we move to the London Stadium and we play West Ham in the 4th and final game that I will be showing. The rest of them, I'll tell you guys what the results were. But this is the last game that you guys will ever see of Season 3 of the Leeds United Career Mode series. It's so, I just really disappointed, guys. I hate to go back to it. I hate to put a negative connotation on the video, a negative mood on the video, but it is such a gutting thing that you guys won't be able to see the last 6 games. And let me tell you, man, I don't want to tease you guys more, but some of the last 6 games were really entertaining games, and it's really unfortunate that you guys will not be able to see it. We do get a last-minute goal here against West Ham, except it is offside. And looking at it real time, you'd think to yourself, how is Danny Ings offside? But he is just half a step or so offside off of a deflected shot, and unfortunately, another 0-0 draw, guys. And that is it in terms of the gameplay. That is all, which again sucks. But that's just something we have to live with. We were slowly climbing the table, and we still had 6 games left in the league. So we'll quickly run through the results here. We drew 0-0 with Brighton, which means the first 5 games of this episode were draws, but we then picked up a 2-0 win at home against Aston Villa, which was a real nice win. We then drew 2-2 against Manchester City, and probably was the most entertaining game of the last 6, but we followed it up with a home loss to Stoke, who proved themselves very difficult We then bounced back with a win against Spurs, and we closed it off against another London team in London with a 3-1 massive win against Chelsea, which was, I'd say, equal with Manchester City in terms of enjoyment to play and watch. And at the end of the season, guys, we finish in 6th position, and that is the end of Season 3, and that is the end of our time here at Leeds United, guys. There's been so many rumours, there's been so much talk about it, I've mentioned it so many times throughout this season, but this is it for Leeds United. This was the last episode of Leeds United. We will be moving on to another club, and it is Arsenal. I'm not going to do any sort of, dramatic, suspenseful wait for it. I'm just going to tell you guys right now, I am moving to Arsenal for the next season. This was our last game at Leeds. We are moving to London. Honestly, my time here at Leeds has been so fun. This has been one of the most fun career modes to play, guys. It really is disheartening that this wasn't a popular series on my channel. It started off okay, but definitely in this 3rd season, a lot of the interest is gone. And that is one of the major decisions in terms of why I'm leaving Leeds United, but also I do feel like our time is up here. We have an opportunity now to manage Arsenal, a team that I have managed on YouTube before, and it was a well-received career mode, but also a team that has struggled this season. The storyline of us taking over Arsenal makes so much sense. The other team that I was considering was Liverpool, but I think I'm going to go with Arsenal, especially considering that MGH and the Masterbucks both have stopped their Arsenal series. I feel like there's a hole for me to fill, and everything feels right about Arsenal. And I'm taking that gut feeling that I have, and I'm putting it into practice, because that's how I picked Leeds United, was with a gut feeling. I just had this feeling that I had to do Leeds United, and it's turned out really, really well for me. I've really enjoyed these 3 seasons, and if you are a Leeds fan, as I know many of you are, I do apologise, and if I get an opportunity to come back to Leeds United at some point in this save, I definitely will. But at the end of the day, Leeds United, it was not about winning silverware. It wasn't about getting them a Premier League title or anything like that. For me, my main goal with Leeds United, and I think I said it when I first started the career mode, was to get them in the Premier League and stabilise them in the Premier League. And I think I've done that successfully. I think I'm leaving Leeds United in a really, really strong position to continue what I've started. I don't think, barring them selling all their players as a controlled team of the CPU controlled team, I don't feel like Leeds United will get relegated, guys. I am really confident in that squad that I've built and the youth players coming through, that Leeds United can sustain a Premier League level football club for a long time, and I hope I get to play them, and I hope I get to see them develop even further over the next coming seasons as Arsenal manager, guys. So thank you so much for all the people that supported me, and thank you so much for the people that love Leeds. And I understand that it is difficult for you guys to not see me get Leeds United any silverware, but I think, as I've said before, I think it's the right time to leave. I've done what I had to do at Leeds United, and I think there's a massive opportunity here for me to take this career mode series and take this managerial career to the next level, and I think that's at Arsenal, guys. So I hope you do support me with that decision. And I assure you, it was not an easy decision to leave Leeds United, because I really, really have enjoyed it. One thing we will do before we leave off, guys, is the Billy Bremner Award. I'm not going to be doing an award show this season because I don't feel that it is the right way to leave Leeds United, guys, with an award show celebrating things. I think we're just going to do the Billy Bremner Award this season. We're going to get it over and done with, and we're going to end this series out on a nice round episode 40. Going into episode 41 with Arsenal, I think that just makes it look a little bit cleaner. And yeah, I don't want to get involved with the voting and with the whole award show. We're just going to do the Billy Bremner Award, guys. So first of all, with the Billy Bremner Award, I want to congratulate all the players that actually got votes in the Billy Bremner Award. This was a record for us over the 3 seasons. 27 different players picking up Billy Bremner Award points, which is absolutely crazy to think about. That is way more than Season 1 and a couple of more than Season 2 as well. I'd like to congratulate everybody that got 10 or more votes, including Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Alioski, Sacco, who had a fantastic second half of the season, Cholak, Calvin Phillips, Kelly, and Ailing all picked up between 10 and 20 points. And I want to congratulate the players that got over 20 points but have not made the top 3, and that includes Danny Ings with 20 points, Carles Alenia with 21 points, Lucas Perez with 24, and Andros Townsend with 26. Now that leaves 3 players left, guys. In third position, he stepped up as our striker when Danny Ings and Lucas Perez got injured. I honestly believe that this man deserves to be in the top 3 for his performances. Connor Chaplin with 27 points coming out of nowhere and really being a main player for us this season, and he was so crucial in so many moments. Congratulations to Connor on picking up the 3rd place in the Billy Bremner Award. In second place, 2 times in a row he has been second after winning Season 1's Billy Bremner Award. It's Samuel Saiz with 29 points on the board. Exact same points he got last season, I believe, to get second place. And it's unfortunate for him that he couldn't be a 2-time winner of the Billy Bremner Award. But we do have a brand new winner of the award, guys. It's not Danny Ings, it's not Saiz. Season 3 Billy Bremner Award winner was Ronaldo Vieira, who was outstanding this season. The development that this guy has gone through, it's been an absolute privilege to watch him be this complete midfielder, almost reminiscent of Pogba, guys. He really is that kind of player that can do everything. He's shown his now ability to shoot, but his passes and his defending this season, guys, I cannot tell you how good he was at defending in the midfield. Sometimes you guys don't see those kind of highlights, but he was fantastic in midfield. Him and Alenia created a massive partnership that helped us get to 6th place in the Premier League this season. I'd like to congratulate him, and I think it's really nice to have 3 different Billy Bremner Award winners over the 3 seasons. So congratulations to Ronaldo Vieira. Disappointment from Saiz. He can hold up his head high. I think he's the player of the series, guys. If I have to put one out there right now, I think he's been the player of the series. First in the Billy Bremner Awards in the 1st season, then 2nd in the 2nd, and now 2nd in the 3rd season. So he's come 1st, 2nd, and 2nd, consistently a top player for us, always doing things when we need him to do it. And I have to say, he's probably the player of the series. So congratulations to Saiz, and congratulations to Ronaldo Vieira on a cracking season. But that is it, guys. That is the end of the season. That is the end of the episode, and that is the end of our time here at Leeds United. I already said what I had to say about Leeds United, guys, so it is a bit sad leaving them, and I'll be completely honest with you guys, I really do hope that in the future of this series, I get to come back to Leeds United in this save. I would absolutely love it if I could come back to Leeds United after 3 or 4 seasons at Arsenal. I might even move somewhere else after that, but if I could come back to Leeds to wrap up this series, guys, I will absolutely do it, and I really hope I get that opportunity. That would be the perfect way for me to retire the entire series. We'll be back here at Leeds United. So hopefully, let's keep our fingers crossed. This is not the last time that we've seen Leeds United in this series. So thank you again so much for the people that did support it. For the people that watched all the episodes, really, you guys are the hardcore guys, and you know, the 3rd season was a struggle for me, seeing the numbers that it was getting. It was really hard for me to keep motivated and keep going. But some of the comments that I got from Leeds United supporters were absolutely fantastic. And despite being a Manchester United supporter myself, I want to thank you guys for your love and your passion for your club. Never lose that. And hopefully you guys can continue in the journey in Season 2, and you guys will support me as I try and bring Arsenal back up at the top of the table. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Thank you so much for watching the Leeds United Career Mode series, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you had a good day. I will see you guys in the next one very soon. Keep it real.